Hi warriors, it's Hanne here, and welcome back to another video. Today, all about how much you should eat at the start of your eating disorder recovery. Obviously, I've showed a lot of meal plans and what I eat videos further on in my recovery. I get this question a lot. How quickly should I increase to these sizes and these calorie requirements? Where do I start? I recently made a very in-depth video on this, all about refeeding and calorie requirements, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. But I realise it's quite a lengthy video. Today, I wanted to give you all the summary version. And if you're ready for that, grab yourself a snack, sit your ass down, and listen to what's to come. So definitely do give it some consideration. By the way, I hope you can actually hear me because the cicadas are out and there's a bit of wind, so I hope it's not picking all of that up. But yeah. So briefly, in my last video I talked all about whether to refeed slowly, start low and go slow, a quite commonly used approach, or whether to go really fast, go all for it, go all in right away. And the answer might be surprising because whilst the start low and go slow approach is still very widely used, the limited research out there does paint a different picture. Things need to change. The fast approach may actually have more benefits. Whilst we obviously don't want to go so fast that we freak out the eating disorder and take one step forward, then two steps back, we want to go as fast as we possibly can. We want to get our bodies to a healthy state as fast as possible, leave the eating disorder behind as fast as possible. Obviously for physical reasons, but also for mental and psychological reasons. This is a really good thing to do. Not only are you spending less on healthcare now and potentially further down the line, you're also making sure that these thoughts and behaviors don't have as much time to become super ingrained. And even if you feel like they have already, follow this approach to try and leave them behind as efficiently and as effectively as possible. So what does it really mean to go fast and to have a more aggressive refeed? There's no exact guidelines, unfortunately, but the best approach that I've found is the all-in method. And there's loads of books and resources on this if you want to read up on it a little bit more. The all-in method recommends a 2,500 calorie minimum, and more if you must. If you feel hungry for more, eat more, and follow your cravings. It also recommends a break from exercise, which again is really good physically, psychologically, mentally. So definitely don't half-ass the approach and actually go all in. Several days ago, I received a message from one of you asking me whether 2,500 calories really isn't too much. And no, it really is not. First off, you may need even more than that, hence why it's a minimum. You have restricted and your body needs to make up for that. Even if you've only cut out 100 calories a day, seemingly not that much, that still adds up to 700 calories a week. If you've restricted for longer, that may be 2,800 calories a month. And this adds up to over 30,000 calories in a year. It's crazy the amount of deficit you create in your body, and your body naturally suffers and struggles as a result. It needs energy for repairs. Yo, dog, careful with my tripod. Oh, granted, different people will have different needs, so depending on how long you've restricted, depending on your age, also, and on your gender, even how tall you are, or your build. However, 2,500 is a pretty good target to have in mind, and there is a lot of research behind it. So definitely do give it some consideration. 2,500 is in fact what the majority of healthy, Never eating disordered people do eat on a day-to-day basis, even though research also indicates that a lot of people underestimate the amount they eat. As such, 2,500 should be your target minimum in recovery, and is likely to be the amount you will eat also after you've recovered. There's no need to go back to restriction, although you may find that certain cravings or phases of extreme hunger do pass, so you may go above it in recovery. But it's unlikely that you'll ever have to go below and actively restrict in order to maintain your weight and maintain your health. If you're still actively restricting or exercising to keep the weight off, you're not there yet, and you should keep going. Extreme hunger, cravings do pass once you're at a healthy weight, but they're quite common and quite normal in recovery because your body simply needs high density, high calorie foods, and it's going to ask for it. It's not a sign that your body's broken, and in fact, it's indicating that it's trying its very best to repair any damage that may have been caused or was being caused from the restriction. A lot of this is likely to be reversible, but a fast refeed is the best answer and the safest way to go. As I also spoke about in the previous video, refeeding is an actual possibility and a risk that you need to assess, so do work with a medical professional. And what I'm saying here is just based off of the research and my own experiences, and is not medical advice. I am not a medical or mental health practitioner, so seek their advice also. Use this just for education. What matters in recovery, no matter how you approach it, is that you learn to eat again. Challenge your fears and overcome any food rules. Say no when the eating disorder is telling you yes. And say yes when the eating disorder is telling you no. Also important is to eat a variety. You don't want to be missing out on any nutrients or food groups, and to take rest throughout it all. Whilst you're refeeding and getting back to a healthy weight, your body needs this rest badly, and so does your mind. And if this means following a bit of a rigid structure in terms of your routine and your eating, or maybe a meal plan, so be it. Yes, intuitive eating is the ultimate goal, but it's unlikely that you'll be able to do this from day one. If you need a meal plan, at first, do so. Create more regularity, fall into a healthy routine, and then gradually, and only once you're ready, wean yourself off of that and start to live again. Anyway, I think that summarizes it very much in a nutshell. If you want to hear any more about the actual research, if you have any other questions on this topic or anything else, be sure to reach out, leave a comment, sign up to one-to-one coaching with me, etc, etc. I will see you guys next week for another video, and as always, take very, very good care of yourself. You deserve it.